Today, National Resistance Movement MPs convened at State House in Entebbe to deliberate on the changes to the UPDF Act, which would allow civilians to be tried in the General Court Martial. This move follows the January 31st Supreme Court ruling that declared the practice unconstitutional. Government Chief Whip Amson Oboa spoke with NTV, emphasizing that the government is committed to fulfilling the Supreme Court's recommendations. He stated that the amendments are designed to strengthen national security.
The Supreme Court is saying, let that court be a subordinate court to the civilian court. Is there any contention to that? The Supreme Court is saying, let there be a right of appeal from that court to a civilian court. Is there any contention to that?
Other MPs echoed this sentiment, asserting that the changes are in the best interest of Uganda's security and will meet constitutional requirements. They vowed to ensure that the amendments serve the country's broader interests.
Civilians that are involved in military crimes have been tried in the court martial, being that was the law that was in place. But with the guidance of the Supreme Court, we are trying to amend the UPDF Act.
We are very much aware of the concerns and the cries of the people, and we also know how other countries have been performing in line with these court martials or tribunals, however you can call them.
You look at the bill, you scrutinize it, you participate, you bring the new ideas, you dissect it. So for us, that's why I've said that our minds are open, and that's why we are going to look at the proposals by the Attorney General.
However, some opposition MPs voiced concerns.
But he wants to use it as an insurance. If Semuju is abusing me and I charge him with treachery, I can put him in the general court martial. It will take him a full year. Like you see these young people who are picked during elections, supporters of Chagulanyi. For 4 years they have not been tried. For 4 years.
He argued that the amendments violate procedural rules and are aimed at targeting specific individuals.
That they have agreed, suspend all the rules, make sure the bill is amended. They are also trying to amend the constitution as well to deal with the issue of fair trial.
To enact a particular law purposely to defeat provisions of the constitution is illegal and atrocious. We don't expect NRM legislators whatsoever to be cocooned, to group up against and to team up against our constitutional order.
Despite several recommendations for electoral reforms following the 2016 and 2021 election petitions, the government has yet to act on them. Political commentators have raised questions about the speed with which the government is pushing these amendments, suggesting that the court martial is increasingly being used to target political opponents. Juma Kiria, NTV.